assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Comes out to here, right there. Yes, just right there. That's good. Yeah. Good morning. Would you like a little water? No, you're good? No, I'm just going to get it in case you change your mind.
Thank you, Mother.
Your throat gets really dry in here. So.
Thank you, Mother. Hare Krishna, good morning. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. We'll start with singing Jai Radha Madhav. Okay. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Radha Kala Chanji Radha Kala Chanji Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Govinda Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Granthraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Okay, I think I can pull it up on my phone.
You're looking for
The first canto? Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, it's a fourth. But I think, yeah, I can just pull it on my phone.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So today, before we go to the Srimad Bhagavatam, we can recite Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, text number 30. जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् अजस्या कर्तुरात्मनः तिर्यनृषीषु याधस्सु तद अत्यंत विडंबनम जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् अजस्या कर्तुरात्मनः तिर्यनृषीषु याधस्सु तद अत्यंत विडंबनम. Anyone Prabhuji's or Samajan? Yeah. Janma karma cha vishvatman ajasya karturatmanah tiryan rishishu yadhasu tad atyanta vidambanam. जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् अजस्या कर्तुरात्मनः तिर्यनृषीषु याधस्सु तदत्यंत विडंबनम. जन्म, birth, karma, activity, cha and Vishvatman, O soul of the universe, Ajasya, of the unborn, Akartuhu, of the inactive, Atmanaha, of the vital energy, Tiryak, animal, Nri, human being, Rishishu, in the sages, Yadhasu, in the water, Tat, that, Atyanta, veritable, Vidambanam, bewildering. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation is as follows. Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work though you are inactive, and that you take birth though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. Purport: the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are not only bewildering but also apparently contradictory. In other words, they are all inconceivable to the limited thinking power of the human being. The Lord is the all-pervading supersoul of all existence, and yet He appears in the form of a boar amongst the animals, in the form of a human being as Rama, Krishna, etc., in the form of a rishi like Narayan, and in the form of an aquatic like a fish. Yet it is said that he is unborn and he has nothing to do. In the Shruti mantra, it is said that the Supreme Brahman has nothing to do. No one is equal to or greater than him. He has manifold energies and everything is performed by him perfectly by automatic knowledge, strength, and activity. All these statements prove without any question that the Lord's activities, forms, and deeds are all inconceivable to our limited thinking, power, and because He is inconceivably powerful, everything is possible in Him. Therefore, no one can calculate Him exactly. Every action of the Lord is bewildering to the common man. He cannot be understood by the Vedic knowledge, but He can be easily understood by the pure devotees because they are intimately related with Him. The devotees therefore know that although He appears amongst the animals, He is not an animal, nor a man, nor a rishi, nor a fish. He is eternally the Supreme Lord in all circumstances. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Praying at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled Vaishnavas that please bless me and pray that whatever comes out of this narration from the Srimad Bhagavatam, may that purify our hearts and consciousness, and may that be only for the pleasure of Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Hare Krishna. So in this verse, Krishna is addressed as the vital force and the soul of the universe. We know that Krishna comes in our, or I should say, we are part and parcels of Krishna. We are the spiritual souls. We are the part and parcels of Krishna. And in all of our bodies, Krishna comes as Paramatma or as the super soul. So in the same way, within the entire universe, Krishna is that soul within the entire universe. Within Krishna is that vital force who keeps going on the activities within the universe. Like, for example, it is described that the mountains are the bones of Krishna. The oceans in the universe is the navel of Krishna. The Brahma Loka, where Lord Brahma resides, is the head of Krishna. So like that, the entire body parts of Krishna, some body or all of the body parts of Krishna represents the different aspects of or different planets within this material world. So in this way, Krishna is within and Krishna is without. So someone in this verse also, Kunti Maharani is praying to Krishna that for Krishna there is no need to work. There is no need for Krishna to work. But still, he is active. Or she says, Krishna, you work, but you are inactive. What does that mean? Krishna is working. We find in Vrindavan, Krishna is taking the cows and the calves to graze in the forest. Throughout the day, he is working. Or even when Krishna leaves Vrindavan and goes to Mathura or Dwarka, there he is managing all the affairs of the kingdom. There he is taking care of his families. So Krishna is working. But does he really need to work? He is inactive. But Krishna works to set an example that by working, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that without work, even to maintain this material body is not possible. So just to set the right example, Krishna is working. Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that yadyad acharti shreshtas tattat ever tarojana sayat pramanam krute lokostat anuvartate. That Krishna says that whatever a great man follows, whatever a great person sets the example, common people follow. Whatever leader does, common men follow. So just to set an example, just to set the right example, Krishna is exhibiting his work, or he is working. But ultimately, there is no need for Krishna to work, because Krishna is full in all the opulences. We in this material world, we are working because we want money. We want some, for our maintenance we work. But for Krishna, Krishna is full in all the opulences. Therefore for Krishna, it is not for him it is not required to work, but still Krishna works just to set the right example. Also, in this verse, it is said that Janma karma cha vishwatman. Janma and karma of the Supreme Lord, of Krishna, are transcendental. Like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Krishna says that my birth and my activities are all transcendental. And those who know my birth and activities in truth, in tattva, after leaving their bodies, tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti so Arjuna. For such a person who knows my divine birth and my activities, for him there is no rebirth. He doesn't take birth again in this material world. So therefore, it is important for us to understand the activities of the Supreme Lord, which are divine. Now, we know, because we are in this material world since time immemorial, and because we are conditioned by 3 modes of material nature, and we have turned our face away from Krishna since time immemorial, it has become impossible for us to understand the activities of Krishna. Like for example, Krishna's pastime of rasa dance. It is impossible for someone who is not a devotee to understand the pastime of the rasa dance. He cannot understand. And therefore, some people, especially in India, some people have this, they perform some wrong activity and they say, oh, your Krishna also had many gopis, he danced with many gopis. But they don't know that who were all those gopis, who were all those wives with whom Krishna married. Krishna, they say that Krishna had 16,000 wives. How is it moral? Or Krishna danced with crores of gopis on the night of Sharat Purnima. How is that moral? They raise question on Krishna's character. But they don't know. The first point is, who are those gopis? Those gopis are the sages in their previous life. In their previous life, when Supreme Lord appeared as Lord Ramachandra, when Lord Ram, along with Mother Sita and Lakshman, when they were in the forest, and when they were in going through their exile, they came across sadhus, the sages. And those sages, by seeing the beautiful form of the Supreme Lord, Sri Ramachandra, they got so much attracted to that form. And they prayed to Ram that, my dear Lord, we want to take a female body and want to marry you. But then Lord Ramachandra said that I am Ekapatni Vrata. I have taken a vow that I will only have one wife, and that is Mother Sita. So I cannot accept any other wives in my life. But still, Lord Ramachandra, or the Supreme Lord, is so merciful that when he came as Krishna, all of those sages in Dandakaranya came as the gopis. And Krishna fulfilled the desire of those sages who wanted to associate with him in conjugal love. So all these pastimes are interrelated and connected. So therefore, it is inconceivable for a common man or for a non-devotee to understand all these pastimes. Another aspect of Krishna's pastime is Krishna's pastimes are eternal. Like, for example, today, in some universe, some part of the universe, like it is described in our scriptures, there are uncountable universes that come out from the pores of Mahavishnu. And estimation of that is given to be a bag of mustard seeds. A small mustard seeds in a sack, there will be thousands of mustard seeds in one sack. Similarly, there are thousands of universes coming out from the pores of Mahavishnu. And it is also described that Krishna's pastimes are eternal, which means today in some universe, some part of the universe, people are celebrating Janmashtami. There is life on, not just on earth, but on many other universes also. So in some part of the universe, they are celebrating Janmashtami. In some part of the universe, Krishna is killing Aghasur. In some other part of the universe, Krishna is killing Putana. So in this way, Krishna's pastimes are eternal. So this is bewildering, atyanta vidambanam to understand. So therefore, till the time we don't become devotees, it is impossible for a common man to understand the birth and the activities of the Supreme Lord. Krishna takes birth in this material world. Now there are two types of people. I am talking about non-devotees who... There are two types of people. When Krishna takes birth, firstly they think, oh, Krishna is just an ordinary man. Therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, avajananti mam mudha manusham tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. That avajananti mam mudha, the foolish people cannot understand me and they consider me to be an ordinary human being. So when Krishna appears among the human society, people think that, oh, Krishna is just an ordinary living entity. Or on the other hand, when Krishna appears as God, people think that we can become God. Because he is just amongst us, we can become like him, we can become God. And that is Mayavad. To consider that I am like him, that is Mayavad philosophy. So to consider Krishna like us, like Prabhupada says in the purport, that although he may come like a boar, he may come like an animal, or he may come like a human being, but still, Krishna remains the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna doesn't become like all of us, like a human being. He always remains the Supreme Lord. He always remains the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of everything that exists. And Krishna is unborn. Krishna exists from time immemorial. But out of his causeless mercy, for paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya, Krishna says, I come millennium after millennium. So out of his causeless mercy, to uplift the sages, to kill the demons, and establish dharma, he appears. So Krishna, we never say birthday of Krishna. We always say appearance day of Krishna. Because for Krishna, there is never a birth. Krishna never takes birth. Krishna never dies. Krishna just appears and just disappears. Just like sun, every morning sun appears in the sky and every evening sun disappears. Similarly, the son of Krishna, the Krishna appears and he disappears after performing his Leela, after performing his pastimes. So just for the protection of devotees, to kill the demons and to establish dharma, Krishna takes birth. And his activities are all transcendental. So therefore, just by performing, so how do we understand Krishna's birth and Krishna's activities, which are so bewildering? The only way we can understand his activities, his birth and his activities, is only by becoming devotee. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. Krishna says that Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam, those who are performing my bhajan, those who are serving me lovingly, to them I give them the intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna says, I give them the intelligence by which they can come back to me. So therefore, if we want to understand Krishna, if we want to know Krishna, it is only possible by performing bhakti. It is only possible by devotional service. And therefore, in all the translations of Srila Prabhupada has translated bhakti as not as devotion, but Srila Prabhupada translates bhakti as devotional service. We have to perform a service, because that's our constitutional position. We as part and parcels of Krishna, our constitutional position is to serve. Therefore, all of us, we are serving some or the other living entity in this world. As an employee, we are serving our boss. As a father or as a mother, we are serving our child. Or as a children, we are serving our parents. Or as a disciple, we are serving our spiritual master. So, our constitutional position is that of service. And when we serve Guru and when we serve Krishna, that is when Krishna is pleased with us, and out of his causeless mercy, he will reveal himself to us. Atah Shri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai Sevon mukhe hi jivvadau swayam eva spuratyada. Krishna says, or in the Shastra says, that atha Shri Krishna namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyai. From these gross material senses, we cannot understand Krishna. Na bhaved grahyam indriyai. Indriyai means senses. From these gross materialistic senses, we can never understand Krishna. Because these senses are imperfect. There are 4 defects found in the human society. First is imperfect senses. Second is tendency to commit some mistakes. Third is to propensity to cheat. And then the fourth is finally to get illusioned. Now, because we have these 4 defects within us, we cannot understand Krishna on our own will, on our own efforts. We cannot understand Krishna. We can only understand Krishna by His causeless mercy. And therefore, even in the Damodar Lila, we see that there are 2 aspects. One is Mother Yashoda's efforts, and then is Krishna's mercy. Krishna allows Mother Yashoda to bind himself. So only by Krishna's mercy, Mother Yashoda was finally able to bind Krishna. Otherwise, she was falling 2 fingers short. And our acharyas describe that those 2 fingers describe her efforts and Krishna's mercy. So till the time we don't put our efforts, we don't do devotional service, till the time Krishna will not shower His mercy on us. And He showers His mercy on us by revealing Himself to us. Sevon mukhe hi jivvadau swayam eva spuratyada. Only by performing service, seva, unmukh, sevon mukhe. Unmukhe means lovingly. Now, right now we have turned our face away from Krishna. We have become vimukh. But now we have to turn our face towards Krishna. We have to become unmukh towards Krishna and perform devotional service. And when we do that, Krishna reveals Himself to us. Krishna reveals His activities, His birth, His pastimes to us the more we perform devotional service. And therefore, the easiest process, like in all the other previous yugas, Krishna appeared as an animal in the form of boar incarnation, as Varahadev. He appeared to uplift Mother Earth from the Garbhodaka ocean and place it at the appropriate position, and also to fight Hiranyaksha. The Supreme Lord appeared as Varahadev. Then, as a human, Krishna appeared as Rama or Krishna. Then, as a sage, he appeared as Narayan, Nara-Narayan, Rishi. So even Nara-Narayan Rishi there is a description that Nara-Narayan Rishi is performing some austerities. But for him, there is no need to perform any austerities or sacrifices. But he is still doing so, just to set an example. And then as an aquatics, he appeared as Matsya or Kurma avatar of the Supreme Lord. So in all the other incarnations, Krishna comes and he kills the demons. But in Kali Yuga, people are so fallen and so degraded that it is not possible for the Supreme Lord to come and kill everyone. Because in the Satya Yuga or Treta Yuga or even Dwapar Yuga, the population of, or I should say, the divine population, or I should say the number of devotees were more than the non-devotees. So for Krishna to come and kill the demons was easier. But in Kali Yuga, where 80 to 90% of the population is demoniac and non-devotees, He comes as the most merciful incarnation, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't kill the demons, but he kills the demoniac tendency within the demoniac people. And this Mahaprabhu, the merciful incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, gives this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. So, like in all the other yugas, Krishna comes himself and kills the demons. But in Kali Yuga, he gives his holy name, and by chanting his holy name, Kali Kale Nama Rupe, he appears as his holy name and destroys the demoniac qualities within the living entities. This is the mercy of Krishna. And therefore, the easiest process to advance in spiritual life in the age of Kali is to chant the holy names of Krishna. Only by chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By chanting this mantra, all perfection is guaranteed. We find in the example of Jagai and Madhai how they were uplifted by Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu didn't kill Jagai and Madhai. Jagai and Madhai were the most sinful people in Gaur Leela. The pastimes of Mahaprabhu, they were the most sinful. But Mahaprabhu and his associate Nityananda Prabhu, they didn't kill Jagai and Madhai, but they killed their demoniac tendencies by showering the mercy of holy name upon them. So in this age of Kali, all of us, as the Kali Yuga progresses, there will be Jagai and Madhais everywhere. Everyone will be, to some extent, everyone will be Jagai and Madhai. And to kill those demoniac tendencies within us, Mahaprabhu has given this holy name of Krishna. And when we chant the holy names, when we do Nama Seva, when we serve the holy name of Krishna, first our heart will, the demoniac tendencies will be killed within us. The demon within us will be killed. And when the demons are killed, then Krishna will reveal himself to us. Krishna will reveal his pastimes, his activities to us in our heart, in our consciousness. So, in this age of Kali, the holy name of Krishna is the only hope for us. Not just to clean our heart of all the impurities, but also to develop the love for Krishna. Also to develop the connection with Krishna. Also to revive our connection with God. So that's what I wanted to share. It's already 8:20, so last 5-10 minutes, maybe some of us can share some reflections, some comments, any improvements, any questions. I don't know if I will have answers to all those questions, but I will try my best to answer. If not, I may consult some senior devotees and later get back to you with the answers. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Bhagavatam ki Jai. Yes, Mataji. So the question is, right. So the question is, I will repeat the question. The question is that sometimes we see devotees are practicing the principles very strictly and they are following everything very strictly, but their dealings with other devotees, they are not that soft, or they are very too strong even on others? So that's the question. So in my, whatever I have heard from senior devotees, I will just try to repeat that. So one aspect, one thing that we can try to follow is we can be strict on ourselves but lenient with others. Whatever principles, whatever rules and regulations, or whatever standards that we have set for ourselves, we strictly follow them in our own life, but we give others, we are lenient with others. So in that way, we are strict on ourselves, but at the same time, we are not judging other devotees based on their standards of practice or whatever whatever level of devotion they are at. We leave it on Guru and Krishna for them to guide. Because till the time we don't have the authority, we may not have the authority to go and correct someone or be strong on someone. So we can just, if we see some fault, or even we see that something is not being properly followed, instead of, like, this is what I personally heard, that instead of going and correcting someone or being too strong on someone, we can just pray to Krishna for them and let the Guru, who their spiritual master or their Shiksha Guru or their whoever mentor, let them correct them or let them guide them. So if we don't have that adhikar to be strong on someone or to be heavy on someone, we be lenient with them and we be loving and caring towards them. So this is what we can follow as a practical. Yes.
What about falgu vairagya, like false renunciation? I've noticed that can make the heart hard also.
Yes, that's very true. That we try to renounce something, but we still have the desires for sense gratification in our heart. So that is definitely falgu vairagya, and therefore we have a path of yukta vairagya, where we don't renounce, but whatever we have, we engage that in Krishna's service. So in that way, all our possessions and everything get purified gradually, and definitely. And falgu vairagya is definitely not recommended, because that is a sure shot process for a fall down. Because externally one may act like a vairagi, or one may act to be renounced, but if someone still have the desires for sense gratification in their heart, then they cannot withstand with their renunciation for too long. So therefore it's a gradual process. First the heart should be purified. Once the heart is purified, once the amount of material desires reduce in the heart, gradually then the renunciation will automatically come. And that renunciation will also come by the mercy of Krishna. Because Krishna, he has one of the 6 opulences of Krishna is that he is also renounced. He is the one who is a perfect renunciant. So if someone desires renunciation, a true renunciation, that even that renunciation comes by the mercy of Krishna. So till the time we don't have that, we don't get to that level of renunciation, we can practice not falgu vairagya but yukta vairagya. That whatever we have, we try to engage to whatever extent possible in service of Radha Kalachandji. So does that answer your question, Mataji?
Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Which qualities, we can understand, we should have, in the way to Lord Krishna give us His mercy? Which qualities we should have?
So I will just repeat the question, and you correct me if I understand it wrong. So your question is, how do we know if Krishna is merciful upon us? Is that your question?
Yeah, we know that Krishna is merciful with us, perform and to give him, the clue or something, to deserve this mercy. Whose qualities we should have in the way to worship Lord Krishna and receive his mercy?
What qualities should we have to worship Krishna is what he's asking.
Okay, so I will repeat. So you are asking what qualities we should have in our heart by which we can worship Krishna and get his mercy.
Maybe I cannot make this question because very difficult to me to explain. Krishna has given mercy to many devotees whose quality can how can I say can understand the another devotee have to get this mercy from Lord Krishna. Do you get that?
I think he's asking what qualities, correct me if I'm wrong, what qualities do we need to have in order to attract Krishna's mercy?
Exactly.
Okay, so what qualities we should have to attract Krishna's mercy? Humility and tolerance. Those are the fundamental qualities that we can have to attract the mercy of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Trinadapi Sunichena Taror Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that if one is more humble than the blade of grass and more tolerant than the tree, and then in that mood when he chants the holy name, in that mood he chants the holy name. So we have to chant the holy name in that mood of humility and tolerance. So when we have these two qualities, humility and tolerance, that is when the mercy of, and in that mood we serve Krishna. Ultimately we have to serve Krishna. By serving Krishna, the quality of service attracts the mercy of Krishna. And in what mood we serve is most important. Now service can be done even in the mood of some ulterior motives. Someone might have ulterior motive of some name or fame or money or...
Because that's what I have seen in the material world also, sometimes anecdote, we are way, we are fighting because envious, because selfishness, it doesn't allow us to get such humility or something, because we are attached to this thing. Even if we are brahmanes or it's we show this quality, but in our intimacy, we know our tendencies to be like Vaishya. It's it's a struggle, when individual struggle to get this kind of freedom from selfishness and envy.
Yeah, so therefore all these negative qualities of selfishness and whatever, all the negative qualities, those will gradually be washed off from our heart by chanting of the holy names of Krishna. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, that just by chanting of the holy names of Krishna, our heart gets purified, our heart gets cleansed. So, just by chanting the holy names and by sincerely serving the Supreme Lord, Krishna will, by his mercy, Krishna will bestow upon us all the good qualities.
Sure. It's it's to me it has been very difficult because I had passed many years. I am 67. Still I am struggling with that. But I would say, the most hellish quality that is beating me is the selfishness.
Yeah. Selfishness.
No, the most hellish quality that I have is selfishness, and that's what I am struggling for, And yeah. I don't know.
Yes, so don't worry, Prabhuji. You have come near in front of Kalachandji, you have come in front of Radharani. Just we can all of us struggling with some impurities, some anarthas in our heart. So we can just sincerely serve them, serve the Vaishnavas, serve the devotees, and sincerely if we chant the holy names, all these bad qualities, all these selfishness and all the negative qualities in our heart will be washed off. Gradually, it's a gradual process. It may take weeks, months, or even years, or even lifetimes for us to get purified.
We need Lord Chaitanya right now here.
Yeah, he's all right. He's already here. He's already here in the form of his holy names. So his names and the holy name of Krishna and Krishna are non-different. So if you chant the name of Krishna, if you say Krishna, Krishna is right present over here with you. So it's like when you chant the holy names, you are personally having a conversation with Krishna. Because Krishna's holy name and Krishna are non-different. So Gaur Nitai, Radha and Krishna, Radha Kalachandji, they are always with us through their holy names.
Sometimes I think that Kalachandi is not my resource. Like, the rich people, like the British kingdom, all these people has resources in Africa, but they leave them the resource, like gold, mine, diamond, and all these things, When they need, they go for this resort. And I have learned a little bit, that Kalachandi, but to me, is not this kind of resource. So when I come in here, I try to be his friend, his son, and that's the way when you see me dancing in front of him, because, it's like I want to be in his family, his mood, all this thing. That's what
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. So we will stop here. It's 8:35. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
কত নিদ্রা যাও তুমি মায়া পিশাচীর কোলে কত নিদ্রা যাও তুমি মায়া পিশাচীর কোলে जाग जाग गोरा चांद माले जाग 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 राचांद बोले कत निद्रा जाओ तुमी कत निद्रा कत निद्रा जाओ तुमी माया प्रीता चिरं कोहे कत निद्रा जाओ तुमी कत निद्रा जाओ तुमी पिशाचीर कोले जाग 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 गोरा चंद बोले जाग जाग माया पिशाचीर कोले भूलियार हिले तुमी माया पिशाचीर कोले जाग जाग गोर चंद बोले देवी जाग जाग गोर चंद बोले कत निद्रा जाओ माया पिशाचीर कोले कत निद्रा जाओ माया पिशाचीर कोले जाग जाग गोर hotu